Dr. Sherif SALOUM DIETTA. Another round of applause for him. So, Dr. Sherif is a lecturer at the Université Cheikh Anta Diop du Sénégal. Merci beaucoup, docteur.
Thank you so much, Mr. MC. Thank you, President Kwame Dankwa, for this opportunity. I'm Dr. Sherif SALOUM DIETTA, Associate Professor of Caribbean Studies at Cheikh Anta Diop University of Dakar, head of the Harakati delegation from Senegal. It's a pleasure for me to be here. I was asked to deliver a very short presentation on a very deep and crucial topic. It was very difficult for me to prepare such a short presentation. So please allow me not to get into details. Mr. Kwame Dankwa, President of International Secretariat Branch of Harakati Zamungano, Mr. Samuel Mensah, General Secretary of Harakati Zamungano, esteemed delegates from Harakati member states, the Trade Union Congress of Ghana, the executives of the Ghana National Chambers of Commerce and Industry, the executive members of the Ghana Union Traders Association, the executives of the Student Council, Harakati Organizing Committee, members of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Harakati delegation from Senegal present here, I extend our warmest greetings to you all. We deeply appreciate and sincerely congratulate Mr. Kwame Dankwa, President of Harakati Zamungano, and his organizing committee on holding this great gathering. We're particularly happy to be in Ghana for this second annual conference after a successful and memorable one last year. It's so good to meet you again, folks. However, this year's meeting is so timely and different. Today, we're not only celebrating African integration, but we're also addressing a crucial topic I intend to elaborate on here: structural transformation through deep policy reforms to produce sub-regional integration and expedited development in Africa. Together, let's make this a memorable and productive event for all. Ladies and gentlemen, the issue of structural transformation of our economies in our sub-region is more than ever a priority. As a matter of fact, the withdrawal of AES states, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger from ECOWAS reminds us of the urgent need for reassessing existing policy instruments for an effective regional integration. However, I'm hopeful that within the next 3 days, we'll come out from this gathering with a clear understanding of our common challenges and willingness to engage policymakers in undertaking deep policy reforms in order to reestablish trade routes in economic zones, port cities and transit trade, and free and resilient cross-border communities around traditional trade networks, among others. I do believe that sound policy reforms will promote investment in education, health, and skills development for the youth, while fostering an environment conducive to economic growth and diversification for peace and democracy in Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, dear attendees, we need to target bold and ambitious policy reforms based on evidence. The aim is to shift economies from reliance on primary sectors like agriculture to higher value-added sectors like manufacturing and services. It's also essential to win our economies from aid dependency while nurturing cooperation to strengthen our democracy and promote economic freedom. This involves coordinated efforts within specific geographic regions, focusing on regional integration and trade, as well as investment in education infrastructure with access to water, sanitation, and land. It's time we gauged our capacity to reforms and ability to ensure all stakeholders' willingness and acceptance of these reforms through policy engagement for structural transformation. Only this way we can make everyone in the region well off without making others worse off. Then, the region must come strong with sound economic and social policy reforms to address the needs of our communities who are the driving forces of any successful policy reforms. Dear attendees, ladies and gentlemen, let's focus on policies that meet the acceptance and capability of all stakeholders in easing the constraints to structural transformation in key areas such as education, health, the environment, and the business climate, and devise a clear strategy to address the challenges posed by rapid population growth in Africa. Thank you for your kind attention.
Another round of applause for Dr. Sherif. Dr. Sherif is a young dynamic lecturer, as he said, at the University of Cheikh Anta Diop de Dakar. Thank you, Doctor, for your inspiring words. We hope that Africa will definitely unite.